Hey Squids, it's me Sid, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, I'm gonna put this down now because this is covered in glitter. Let me turn it off first. Those candles shed so much glitter, and I just vacuumed. That was a bad idea. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. I'm on a little bit of a weird corner because I have piles of books on my floor. First of all, look at this cool little window decoration that my parents got me. I love it. It's eyes. Anyway, so this video is going to be kind of like a spooky reading vlog where I'm going to try to read basically 12 books. Horror-ish, 12-ish horror books or spooky books, thrillers, stuff like that in 2 days, which is today, which is Saturday at 12:30 all the way through to tomorrow night, because I don't really have a whole lot else to do, and it's almost Halloween, so yeah. So I have 6 physical books and 6 books checked out from the library on my Kindle. The 6 books that I am going to read that are physical, some of which I've checked out, some of which are my own. I will kind of distinguish those. I'm gonna do this up a little bit so you can like see my face without it like cutting off. So first I'm going to read physically, these are in order. City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. Then I'm going to read The Nelfham Virus by John T. Prather. I looked it up and it didn't say it was a horror book, but it said it sounds kind of like a thriller and kind of gross because there is a virus and it turns people into animal creatures, so spooky. A Dowry of Blood, which is my own copy. This I checked out from the library. A Dowry of Blood, this is my own copy. This is a retelling of the Dracula's Bride mythos. We have Sisters of the Lost Nation, which is my own copy in hardback. This is about women disappearing from her tribe. The main character's tribe. This was on like a couple spooky lists on Goodreads, and I had it, and I was like, ooh, that sounds fun. And then we have Soul Resin, which is not my book. I borrowed this. This is a Southern Gothic horror. Southern Gothics are usually horror. This cover feels really weird, but... And then finally, this one I'm gonna try and read, but I don't know if I will succeed because this thing is a beast. It is Imaginary Friends by Stefan Chbosky, who wrote Perks of Being a Wallflower. Oh, and this is by C.W. Cannon, by the way. And it's fine. As I read them, I'll like tell you who they're by and more stuff about it like that. The only reason I don't know if I will read this one is because it is like 700 pages long, and the font is tiny. So we'll see. But those are the physical books, and Imaginary Friends is my own, so if I don't get to it, that's okay. Those are all the physical books that I want to read in these 2 spooky days, and then I have like a list written down of the non-physical books that I checked out. These have all been checked out from various libraries, through Libby. Libby is great. Not sponsored. Love Libby. Anyway, so I'm going to read The Only Good Indians, The Shadow Glass, Our Wives Under the Sea, The Hollow Place, Our Crooked Hearts, and We Have Always Been Here. I believe it's the last one. I ran out of space. But so the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to start with books that are digital. So I will go like The Only Good Indians is first, so I will do The Only Good Indians, then City of Ghosts, then what was the next one? The Shadow Glass, then the Nilfheim Virus. So like kind of like that. And I just decided I wanted to take you on this journey with me. I do also have Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel back here that I might read. I might wait and like if I can read all of these before Tuesday, I will try to read that specifically just on Halloween. Yeah, this video will probably come out on Halloween because atmosphere. Anyway, let's get started. It is 12:34 now. I'm going to start reading The Only Good Indians. I don't really know a lot about this book, only that it is a horror book. So there's that. It is only 303 pages. But it looks like it ends actually at 290. Before I get into that, I do want to talk a little bit about the book that I just finished, which is called Hide by Kirsten White. This book is about 14 people who are invited to play this game of hide and seek at this abandoned amusement park. Only maybe not everything is right there. I thought it was really slow. It comprises the bit before the game and then the 6 days of the game. And the contestants of the game don't really acknowledge that there's something actually wrong in the game until the middle of day 3. And so I just thought it was very slow paced, where it was describing so much that to me felt kind of monotonous. It didn't really matter, and it didn't actually matter because it didn't show up later in the book. The characterization was also kind of interesting because the characters who are still in at the very end are really, really characterized, and you get to see a lot of their personality, but the people who get out really early aren't, which I can kind of understand, but it just made me feel a little less like I should care about what happened to those characters, just overall. So it was a 3 out of 5 for me. It was really good. The last third of it was really, really good and really, really entertaining. But I thought the first 2/3 were pretty slow and a bit boring, to be honest. Yeah, so let's start The Only Good Indians by... I don't know if it'll tell me without me going out of the book. Stephen Graham Jones. Stephen. Here we go.
I don't know why I have to be quiet. It's not like I do. But I feel like it helps me survive. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, it's not a very long distance between that job.
Reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The rear switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible.
Okay.
Locate the small button on
If-
Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
Okay, so what it is you put him in the periphery. He'll appear at one of the shoulders, right? I can't remember which one, but he does either down there or down there. So you kind of put it here. You can kind of see the peripherals there, and then you'll yada 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 yada.
Great. Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it.
Yeah.
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye. Great. Now carefully locate and press the button just above Freddy's nose.
Got me again. It got me again.
Good job. The faceplates should now be open. Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw. Excellent. The chest cavity should now be open. Remove the power module from the chest cavity. Great work. You will now be required to remove the secondary power module from the Bonnie hand puppet. Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Do I wait in the center of the chest, or do I wait in one of the sides? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember which side he's supposed to. Okay, so there he is. Okay. I'm watching you. Oh, damn it. God damn it. Okay. All right. Probably get another try. Yeah, here goes. Okay. So he's coming out.
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power
Ah! I gotta go slower, right? I gotta approach slower. That's it, right? Ah, there it goes. Damn it. Oh no. He's gonna kill me. Oh, so if I go over his body, I can't go over Freddy's body either. I gotta go. That's what periphery means. Right. Oh, I still gotta be quick? Okay, I'll be quick. I'll be lightning fast. Watch this. Shoot. Got him!
Great job. You've acquired both power modules. This completes your tasks. Please exit the building through Funtime Auditorium, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Okay. Now I do think Foxy is here still. Foxy's definitely still here. Let's go. Maybe not. Am I crazy? Oh, God damn it! Oh! Oh, wait, that was supposed to be it! That's right!
Have you seen her make balloons? Daddy, look.
That was supposed to be! My brain remembered that it was definitely there, it just didn't remember what that meant.
The cameras were searching for you, but they couldn't find you. I have you hidden too well.
Thanks.
I kidnapped you.
Great.
Don't be afraid. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but just barely. You're in the scooping room. Do you know why they call it the scooping room?
I actually
It's because, dummy,
It's because
this is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious. Isn't that a fun name for something? The scooper. It sounds like something you would use for ice cream, or custard, or sprinkles. It sounds like something you would want in your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping portion of every good thing. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pint of ice cream feels anything. Uh-oh. It sounds like someone else is in the building. Shh. There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is?
Lie?
How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe?
Never.
Pretend to be one way when you are really the other.
Never.
It's very important. But Laura never learns. But I do. They think there is something wrong on the inside. The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
Uh-huh. You got scooped!
I'll open the faceplates for you.
Oh, good.
That way they can find you on the cameras.
Oh, cool.
Now all you have to do is wait.
Uh-huh.
I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up. Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. You don't want them to get too loose. Trust me.
I'm trying not to. I can't quite remember what else is gonna mess with me here, but I'm sure it's a lot. I forgot I could just keep my, oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Good. I don't know what's all the way tight. Oh! What was I supposed to do about that? I forgot what I was supposed to do about that. What was I supposed to do about them? I have no idea what I was supposed to do about them. Shit. Oh, right. Wiggle. Forgot about the wiggling.
I'll open the faceplates for
Uh-huh.
you. That way they can find you on the cameras.
Uh-huh.
Now all you have to do
Okay,
is
these
wait.
look okay. That's
I
not so good
recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up. Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. You don't want that to get too loose. Trust me.
Oh god, that one's almost dead. I think they all basically have the same kind of rotational doohickey. Get out of here! Oh god, oh, that was too much wiggle. Oh, that was way too much wiggle. Oh, I waggled a little too hard, guys. Stop, go away. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. It's a wig waggle. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, here comes another. Wait, did I just see wig? Wasn't it? Did I? Am I? Oh god. Get it! Oh, I'm dead! I'm dead! Oh, get out! Oh, I'm dead!
I'm... How far? It says 43%, but I got finished with the first little part, like section. People are crazy. That's all I have to say. And it's not really that horrifying, is the thing. It's just unsettling, which is almost worse. Because if it was like just gory, I'd be I'd be more okay with it. But because it's so unsettling, it's just... But I'm going to stop here for now because I need to do some laundry and I'm tired, so I'm going to take a nap. And when I come back, I will probably finish this, I think. Because I think there's only... Because I can, like, look at the chapter guide thing. I think... No, there are 2 more parts. But I will try and finish that today, as well as the City of Ghosts book by V.E. Schwab. We'll see how much else I can read from there because I started late today and reading takes time. But yeah, I'll come back when I come back to reading. It is now, I'm gonna turn the brightness a lot so you can see me better. It is now 6:17. I took a nap, I ate dinner, and now I'm gonna get back into the Only Good Indians, where we left off with weird stuff. This whole time, I spent like a good 4 minutes trying to figure out why this looked really dark compared to my computer. The brightness of my phone was all the way down. decided that it didn't have enough space, so it decided to stop recording. I recorded for like an hour and a half, or I read for like an hour and a half, and I think it only got like 30 minutes, but it's okay because I wasn't saying anything. It was just me reading, but still, it's kind of annoying. I'm trying to figure that out right now, see if I need to go through, delete a bunch of stuff, redo my phone. If so, that will take a while, but I think it might be fixed now, because I deleted a bunch of videos that I still had for other videos. I still might go through though and redo my phone situation. You don't really need to know that. Anyway, I just finished the third part, or the second part of the Only Good Indians. So there's that. I have about 50 pages left. Yeah, so far it is really weird. It's really pretty horrific, kind of, actually. It talks a lot about humanity and like rash decisions and friendship and stuff like that. Sorry if I sound kind of weird, I'm really tired. But I still gotta try and read City of Ghosts, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so I've been up for 12 hours, maybe. Not even, maybe? Anyway, what I'm gonna try and do is I'm going to try to finish The Only Good Indians, get ready for bed, and then start reading this and see how far I can get before my eyes no longer want to stay open. Yeah. Hi. So it is now 10 o'clock next morning. I passed out last night, so I did not finish City of Ghosts. I got this far into it. I'm gonna try and finish it today. Let me do that so it's not mad at me. So I will try and finish this. I did finish my I finished The Only Good Indians. Let me just send this real quick. And there. So I finished The Only Good Indians. This was a story about this group of men who 10 years ago had shot and killed this elk. That's not a spoiler, that's pretty prominent in the story. So the story is about 10 years after that fact and what happens, basically. It is very like mythology, fairy tale type vibe, but definitely a strong horror theme too. Talks a lot about friendship, family, what like revenge and forgiveness mean, stuff like that. It also has people going kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Sorry. I just walked. It's fine. You don't need it now. Anyway, so it was, I liked it. I think I'd rate it a 4 out of 5. It wasn't my favorite thing that I've ever read, especially in the horror genre. But it was really intriguing, and the characters I thought were really interesting, and like their relationships with each other were really interesting. There was a very, very strong connection to basketball, which I thought was interesting because it never was really explained. Like, a young girl is a basketball player. That's whatever, that's fine. But like, everyone seems to have a super strong connection to basketball, and I don't know if that's just my ignorance with the First Nations, like their tribes and such. This is set in America, so but so I don't know if that's just something I'm ignorant of, but I thought it was a little bit confusing. But overall, I think I would rate The Only Good Indians a 4 out of 5. Now, on to try and finish The City of Ghosts before I eat lunch. So I forgot to record me reading that little bit. It's been like 40-ish minutes since I started reading. But I also didn't want to record a whole lot because my phone was being weird with storage. But that's kind of the point of the vlog, is for you to see me reading. So here we go, and I will try and, make sure that my phone doesn't decide to just stop filming. Real quick, I will say I'm not a big fan of this specific copy of the book. Let me see if I can find a better, because like the I guess it's kind of hard to see here, but the printing is really bad. Like, this side is like dark black, and this one is like faded gray, and so it's kind of hard to read sometimes. Like this one too, but it's a little less noticeable. But yeah, so this copy was printed pretty poorly, which I've found does happen sometimes with Scholastic books, is the way that their printing works for their pages. Sometimes some of them will be a little more faded, and I don't know why, but yeah, that was just something I've noticed while reading. hate my phone. Anyway, it didn't run out of storage again. I accidentally clicked a notification and it was like, ooh, I'm gonna do that and stop recording, even though I didn't tell it to, and I was trying to swipe away. Anyway, I just finished City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. This is a book about Cass, and Cass can travel between not like the living world and the dead world, but the living world and where the ghosts get stuck. Her best friend is a ghost, and her parents host a TV show about finding ghosts in history, and they travel to Scotland for that. And while there, Cass meets someone who can also travel between, and she gets into some trouble with some of the ghosts. I really liked this book. It's a young adult book, but I love V.E. Schwab. V.E. Schwab can do no wrong in my opinion. The only thing I didn't like in this book was the amount of times Harry Potter was talked about. Because I know, so this book takes place mostly in Edinburgh, which is where Harry Potter got its start. So I can see that. It was just very kind of annoying the amount of times that the main character talked about Harry Potter. Just because it felt kind of like taking away from like the ghoulish vibe of this story. And this is a series. I believe that so far I think there's 3 books. I don't know. But there are some fun pictures that I believe V.E. Schwab took. And then there is also a fun little map. I really, really liked this. Oh, she has a lot more young adult novels than I thought she did, and less older reader novels. It just tells me. Yeah, I really liked this book. The characters were really, really interesting, and so is the story, and like what she is meant to do with being able to cross over and stuff like that. It is less of a really spooky book. It has the vibes of spooky, obviously, because ghosts, but I wouldn't call it a horror novel. But that was City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. And next, up next, next is The Shadow Glass by Josh Winning. This is supposed to be a horror book, I think kind of like 80s-ish horror. I mean, this cover is like really sick. Yes, I'm watching the Great British Baking Show while I read. Dad. And this is 350 pages. So I think Google has lied to me because it told me this was like 400 pages, but that's okay. I'm going to check and see what my dad wants. Yeah, it's definitely 80s horror or like that because it has a quote from Jim Henson and from Labyrinth, the horror movie. So yeah. So I've been reading The Shadow Glass for a while. I'm now 111 pages in. I'm gonna shoot for half before dinner, which is in an hour. Which I should be able to do. We'll see. Maybe an hour 30. I just wanted to do a quick check-in, because I can. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the book okay, so this book is about Jack, who is the son of Bob, who is the creator of the movie The Shadow Glass. And The Shadow Glass is basically a cult classic film that was supposed to be a child's movie in the 80s, but it is supposed to give off the vibe of like the never-ending story and stuff like that. So right now, or things are starting to go wrong for Jack after his father died. So he is now trying to pick up the pieces of his life now that his father is passed. And he ends up finding, or some of the characters from the Shadow Glass end up entering the human world and are searching for the Shadow Glass. And so that is what this book's about, is them trying to find the Shadow Glass. One thing I don't like about this book is the apologizing that it does for Jack's dad, Bob. Because Bob seemed to care more about the world that he built than his own son. And going through the story, he like is apologizing for him, for like Jack is apologizing for Bob a little bit, like to himself. And I don't think that's fair for Jack. But I'll keep reading. We'll see.
With peanut butter.
halfway through the Shadow Glass. I don't know how I feel. I mean, it's good. It's just, it bounces between being really good and not great. Like, all the scenes where it talks about, like, the horror in the world and like, all that sort of stuff. Really, really interesting. Every time it talks about Jack and Bob's relationship, I check out. It's good. I don't know. The horror in it is really good. The world is really good. The characters are less interesting. But my eyes hurt. So I'm gonna take a break. Maybe read physical books. I will finish the Shadow Glass today. Because I am 50% done. And it is only 5:07. But yes, my eyes hurt, so I will probably move on to the Nelfhem virus for a little bit, and this is only... Oh, is that a different book? Oh, they're set into parts. Okay, I was like, what the heck? 379. So... And this one wasn't marketed as horror, it was marketed as dystopian, but it sounds kind of creepy because it says that there's a virus that's turning people into either intelligent superhumans or large and indestructible animalistic creatures, which is creepy. So, yeah. Words are hard. I just finished reading The Shadow Glass. And I want to talk about it. So The Shadow Glass is about Jack, who's the son of Bob, and Bob made a movie called The Shadow Glass. And the Shadow Glass movie is a movie like Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal, The Never-Ending Story, kind of that type of movie. And so when the creatures from the Shadow Glass end up in the human world, Jack has to go on an adventure to help to save their land. I thought it was too long. Because it repeated a lot of stuff multiple times. Like, it had scenes that I thought did very much the same thing. Like, there were a lot of scenes where Jack, our main character, just decides to, like, forgive his father for all the stuff that he's done. Instead of, like, holding him accountable for, like, being a drunk and missing most of his son's life. Because everyone keeps saying, oh, he loved Jack, he loved Jack, he loved Jack. Then why did he never show Jack that he loved him? Anyway, so I didn't like those parts. And then it kept... A lot of it, if you hear the popping noise, I'm popping the pop socket because I can't sit still. But a lot of it was like a fetch quest, and while some of it was really interesting, there were other parts that I thought were a little out there or like didn't make a whole lot of sense, and we didn't even really start getting the pieces from the fetch quest until like halfway through the book, and that's a long time to go for a book that's basically an extended fetch quest to go without fetching anything. So I'd probably rate this a 3.5. I like the idea of it. I just think the execution for me was a little bit lacking. And I liked the characters okay. Our main character was a little bit annoying to me because he, again, like, forgave his dad for doing things that were like, you're an adult who's trying to take care of a child. You shouldn't do those things. And also our main character keeps thinking that this one woman who's about his age has a crush on him, despite absolutely no evidence that that is true. But I thought the rest of the characters were pretty good, pretty well characterized. I thought the horror was really, really good, the way it was written, all of that. And it was very reminiscent of like the 80s movies that have puppets. The scarier ones where the puppets are very creepy. But yeah, so that was The Shadow Glass. I think overall my rating would be 3.5. I just felt like it dragged on for a really long time, and I didn't really like the main character. So now I will continue reading the Nelfhim, whatever. I don't know how you call this. I will continue reading this. I probably will not record as much of it because I don't feel like it. Ta-da! I'll come back when I've hopefully finished this. Hi! So, it is actually Halloween, so happy Halloween. I was gonna try and read 2 more books, but it's late and I'm a college student who likes to sleep on time, and I have class kind of early tomorrow, so not doing that. But so I wanted to give my final thoughts on the Nephilim virus and to wrap up this whole kind of challenge thing. So I thought, let me actually read my review because I did write one. Really, this book felt very rushed. It felt like it was meant to be like multiple books. Like there were multiple big bads in the book that were defeated. There was multiple places that they went that ended up not being described a whole lot because there was just not enough book. It was just, there was also romance just for the sake of romance. Like, our main character, Nick, wakes up immediately from a coma right in the beginning of the book, and he immediately is just in love with this woman. And she loves him, loves him back. And it's just very strange. It's very strange. The idea of the novel is really, really interesting, especially with it being like a biblical virus, and like the explanation behind like how this virus got out and like what was happening. But then it introduces that part with the Bible stuff in it, and then it just kind of gets rid of the fact that it's from the Bible. I mean, there's a couple times they mention it again throughout the story, but it really just takes a back seat. And to me, it almost felt like the author was using the Bible as like a way to like justify all the things that were happening. So like kind of like, you know, when you're writing, there's typically a reason behind stuff that happens. I know not all media has that, but typically there is a kind of explanation behind something that's happening. It felt a lot to me like this author was using the biblical stories to provide the background and justification for the stuff that was happening, instead of like trying to come up with stuff himself. And so I didn't really like that, because I wanted like more of it, more of a discussion of God, really, which is weird because I don't usually like overly religious stuff, but it felt like it just took from it without like thinking about like how that would affect the people in the story, if that makes sense. The ending, I don't even remember the ending, and I finished it yesterday. No, I remember the ending. The ending was okay. It was kind of anticlimactic because there's no big twist to it. You kind of know what's gonna happen. So it was much more about the journey than the ending. But I don't know. I just didn't really like it. I mean, I liked the idea a lot, which is why I gave it 3.25, but I think that was the lowest I rated a book in this challenge. But that was The Nephilim Virus by John T. Prather. And as always, of course, the names are going to be like somewhere when I'm talking about them. But now I'm gonna do like a little wrap up type thing. So I wanted to read 12 books. I got 4. It's okay. I definitely overestimated my reading ability. That's okay. So I read The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, V. Schwab, The Shadow Glass by Josh Winning, and The Nephilim Virus by John T. Prather. The lowest I rated a book was 3.25. The highest I rated a book was 4.0. The 2 books, I rated 2 books 4 stars. I rated City of Ghosts 4 stars and The Only Good Indians 4 stars. I rated The Shadow Glass 3.5 and The Nephilim Virus 3.25, like I said. I think the longest story that I read was probably The Nephilim Virus, which was almost 400 pages. And I think the shortest was probably City of Ghosts, despite the fact that I think it might have been a little longer than The Only Good Indians. It is a middle grade novel, so page stuff. And then I also, before this challenge, but it was also kind of part of this challenge, I read Hyde by Kirsten White, and I did rate that 3 stars, being the lowest if you want to talk about it with the whole thing. So that was the challenge. Do I think I would do this again? Maybe I would do like a horror week, maybe, instead of just like 2 days, where I'd set out like horror books that I want to read over like a week, and I think that would be more realistic. I definitely overestimated my reading abilities, even though I did get 4 books done in 3 days, which is a lot for some people, and I am also a full-time student, so there's also that. But yeah, overall, it was a fun little experiment, even though I read a bunch of books that were pretty disappointing. The 2 books that I'm reading now are not. I don't know when you will see those books. I might end up talking about them on my TikTok because I really, really like these books. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell if that's still a thing. You can always leave a comment down below about what you thought about the books, recommending books, just anything. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.